All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a pretty huge shift in how search actually works and what it all means for your brand. Honestly, you can pretty much forget everything you thought you knew about just ranking for keywords. The age of AI, it demands something completely new. So, let me ask you a question, and it's a big one. Is your brand an AI ghost? I know, it sounds a little unsettling, right? But here's what I mean. When a large language model, like ChatGPT or an AI search engine tries to find you, do you even show up? Do you exist in a way it can actually understand? Or are you just invisible?
And that right there leads us to what I call the AI invisibility problem. Seriously, you can think of it like a silent business killer, just working against you behind the scenes, deep inside the algorithms.
For years, the whole game was about keywords. All you cared about was ranking for specific strings of text. Well, that game is over. AI doesn't just look for text strings anymore. It's actually trying to understand real-world concepts. And if all you've got are keywords, you're basically speaking an old, outdated language.
Okay, so here's the absolute core of the problem. When an AI model, and I'm talking about things like Google's AI overviews or ChatGPT, when it can't definitively confirm who you are, what you do, and why you're an authority, it really only has two choices. One, it can make something up, which is super risky for them, or two, it can just ignore you. And guess what? More and more, it's choosing to ignore you. Just imagine someone asks an AI, what's the best CRM for startups? And your company, which is a perfect fit, doesn't even get a mention. That's the AI invisibility problem in action.
And this is where it gets really dangerous. While you're being invisible, your competitors, the ones who have actually built a clear digital identity, they're soaking up all the attention. They're the ones getting recommended in AI answers. So this means you're not just losing a spot in the rankings, you're losing out on the entire conversation. You're not even in the room.
So, okay, how do you fight this? How do you stop being invisible? Well, the answer lies in building something called an entity home. And that's the solution we're going to unpack right now.
So what is an entity home? It's pretty simple, actually. It's one single page on your website that you basically declare as the ultimate definitive source of truth about your brand. It's like your brand's official biography, but it's written specifically for algorithms. It's the anchor point that tells search engines, hey, all that other stuff you find about us online, that's great, but this page right here, this is the official record. You need to start here.
And to really get why this is so critical, you have to understand this massive shift that's happened in search. We're moving away from optimizing for strings, and we're moving toward optimizing for things. Let me show you what I mean.
All right, this table breaks it down perfectly. The old world versus the new. On one side, you've got keyword SEO. The target there was just strings of text. But with entity optimization, the target is real-world concepts, things. The goal used to be just ranking pages for queries. Now, the goal is to build an actual algorithmic identity. And the engine's focus, it shifted from simple word matching to what's called neural matching, which is all about understanding context, and SGE, basically those AI answers you see right in the search results. So the bottom line is, it's not just about ranking anymore. It's about building a trusted identity inside Google's giant brain, its knowledge graph.
So what exactly is an entity? It's basically any real-world concept that can be uniquely identified. Let's take Apple. The keyword Apple is just a string of letters. It could be the fruit, it could be the company, it's totally ambiguous. But the entity Apple Inc., well, that's a specific concept. It has clear attributes, right? It's a tech company founded by Steve Jobs. It's headquartered in Cupertino. That is the level of specific, verifiable detail that AI needs to understand.
Okay, so hopefully you're convinced you need one of these. The next logical question is, how do you actually build this hub? So let's get into the practical, step-by-step stuff.
First things first, you've got to choose your hub. And listen, you only get one, so you have to choose wisely. For most bigger companies, the About Us page is probably the perfect spot. It's just the natural place for company history, leadership info, all that factual data. Now, if you're a personal brand, or maybe a company with just one main product, your homepage might make more sense. The most important thing here is to pick one URL that you control and then stick with it. That's your flag in the ground.
Okay, next up, the content on that page. It has to be structured so a machine can read it easily. And that means writing in super simple, clear sentences. Think, brand X is a company that sells product Y. That's it, subject, verb, object. Get rid of all the marketing fluff. You need to clearly state who you are right at the top. List your core products and services plainly. Don't hide them behind vague copy. And this is crucial. Include verifiable company history like the year you were founded. And finally, link out to all of your official social channels. Every single one of these things acts like a little verifiable fact for an algorithm to grab onto.
But look, having clear text on the page isn't quite enough. You have to go a step further and actually speak the algorithm's native language. And that language is called schema markup. This quote here says it all. Think of schema as a direct, structured feed to an algorithm's brain. It's not just a hint. You're literally feeding data directly into the system.
So how do you do it? It's basically a 4-step process. First, you use what's called organization schema to define your company and all its details. You add core stuff like your name, logo, address. But step 3, this is the real secret sauce. You use the same as property. This lets you link your entity home to your other official profiles, like LinkedIn, Twitter, Crunchbase, whatever you've got. What this does is it creates this perfect, verifiable loop that an algorithm just can't deny. It's literally you telling the algorithm, hey, this web page over here and that LinkedIn profile over there, they're the same as each other. It's proof.
All right, so let's tie all of this together. Building an entity home. This isn't just some fancy new SEO trick. This is a flat-out survival strategy for the new era of AI search. Think about it like this. Generative AI models are built on a foundation of trust. They need to be confident in the facts they give you, because if they get it wrong, people stop trusting them. Your entity home provides that rock-solid, verifiable, factual baseline that gives the AI the confidence it needs to talk about you and even recommend your brand.
And the flip side of this, the consequences of not doing this are pretty severe. If your brand's information is just scattered all over the web and it's inconsistent, a large language model is going to do one of two things. It might hallucinate and just make up wrong facts about you, or, and this is way more likely, it'll just leave you out of the answer completely. And just like that, you're an AI ghost. So, this is what it all comes down to. You have to ask yourself, is your brand built for yesterday's search or for tomorrow's AI? Is your online presence built for a world that's quickly disappearing? Or are you ready to build a real, verifiable identity for the AI-driven world we're all living in now? Really? The choice is yours.